Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NFL games for Monday Night Football. Now, for tonight, for Week 14 Monday Night Football, we actually do have a double header. So we have two games tonight. They both start at 8:15 Eastern Time. We got the Titans and the Dolphins playing, and then we got the Giants and Packers playing. So a little two-game slate for Monday night. I do have two props, guys, that I like for tonight's doubleheader, and I do have a play that I like from each game. So we'll have a play to sweat out from each game. Two props we're going to talk about in this video. As always, though, guys, before we do get started breaking down the plays, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up for Prizepicks linked down below in the description. Or just when you sign up, make sure to use promo code NOAH, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Also do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper, because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. And if you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper, use promo code NOAH over there, and get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Sleeper with my promo code. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS app similar to Prizepicks, similar to a lot of these other DFS pick'em apps you see around the industry. On Sleeper, though, you are able to win up to 100x your money, so they offer some really high payouts. They do offer higher payouts than some of these other sites offer. Prizepicks, obviously, they cap how much you can win at 25x. Well, on Sleeper, you can win up to 100x your money. So if you guys like to build those lotto type tickets, those if you like to play to go for a big hit, well, you can do that over on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money over there. If you guys do want to check out Sleeper, again, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's talk through two plays, guys, I like for Monday Night Football's doubleheader. We're going to look at the first game of the night, or I guess technically not the first game of the night because they both start at the same time, but we're going to look at the Dolphins-Titans game first. And the prop that I like in this game is going to be Devon Achane, or Achane, forgot how you say his name. I think it's Achane. Devon Achane. We're going to take more than 56.5 rushing yards here. Now, Achane has been one of the most efficient running backs in the league this season, and he's honestly been I think he actually has been the most efficient running back just from a yards per carry basis. If you look at his game log this season, so he's played in 6 games. Obviously, he's been injured for a lot of the season, but he's played in 6 games. There was one game where he got injured in and he only got 1 carry, and then I think there was a game early in the season where he just got 1 carry. But if you look at the 4 full games that Achane has played this season, 18 carries for 203 yards against the Broncos, 8 carries for 101 yards against the Bills, 11 carries for 151 yards against the Giants, and then last week against Washington, 17 carries for 73 yards. So pretty much in the 4 full games he's played in this season, he's gone over this rush yards prop in all 4 games. I don't know why the Prizepicks game log, it's not correct here. He did have a game against the Raiders where he had 1 yard, but I think he got injured in that game. I don't know why this New England game from September 17th is showing, but either way, Achane has played in 4 full games this season. He's gone over this rush yards prop in all 4 of those games. And if we take a look at the usage for Achane, so last week he did get 17 carries. Raheem Mostert got 12 carries. If you look at the 11 carries. And if you look at the snap counts last week, so Raheem Mostert played 23 snaps. He played on 38% of the snaps. Achane played on 61% of the snaps. So Achane was clearly the lead back for the Dolphins last week. I know in the second half of that game, the touches were really favoring Achane. I think Raheem Mostert didn't play much at all in the second half. It was Achane getting a lot of the work in the second half of that game. But if you look at the games that Achane has played this season, he's typically been playing around 40 to 50% of the snaps. And last week he did, greatly outsnap Raheem Mostert. I do still expect Raheem Mostert to be involved. Obviously, it's not like Achane's going to be like some sort of bell cow running back. He's not going to play every single snap. But even if it's like a 60-40 split favoring Achane, if we project Achane for 13, 14 carries here, I like his chances of getting 57 rush yards, especially with how efficient he has been on the ground this season. And this is a spot at home where the Dolphins are favored by 2 touchdowns to the Titans. Now, the Titans this season as a run defense, they actually have been a relatively good run defense, but I believe they are missing one of their defensive tackles for this game. So I think the matchup might become a little bit better here for Achane. And this is, again, a spot where they're favored by 2 touchdowns. The Dolphins are. So we expect the Dolphins to be playing with a lead in this game. And if they're playing with a lead, obviously that's a good opportunity for Achane to get some carries, especially if they're up a couple touchdowns heading into the fourth quarter. You could see a lot of rush attempts for both Achane and Mostert. But Achane, I especially like at 56.5, just with how good he's been on the ground this season, how efficient he's been as a runner. And with him, greatly outsnapping Mostert last week, 61%, 38%. That's something that I like to see as well. Now, could that, flip-flop this week? I guess it's possible. But you look and you see, Mostert's rush yards prop is set at 45.5. I think clearly the books are expecting Achane to kind of, take over as the RB1 for the Dolphins here, even though it will still be a kind of a timeshare. Achane's the guy that's been earning more carries lately, and that was the case last week. So that's the first play I do like for tonight, guys, is Devon Achane, more than 56.5 rush yards. And then the other play that I like in the Giants and Packers game, we're going to go to the rush attempts prop, and we're going to look at Saquon Barkley, 15.5 rush attempts. And I also like the over here, so more than 15.5 rush attempts for Barkley. Now, if you look over Barkley's last 5 games, he has only gone over this prop twice in his last 5 games. He has gone under in 3 straight. But you got to look at the games they played. So last week was a relatively competitive game against New England. Barkley in that game, I want to say he did play a large majority of the snaps. I mean, Barkley this season has been pretty much a bell cow back. Last week, Barkley played 81% of the snaps. The week before that, he played 91% of the snaps. He only played 61% of the snaps in their game against Dallas, but that game was a big-time blowout. The Giants lost that game 17-49 against the Raiders. They lost that game 6-30. But if you look at games that have been relatively competitive this season, so their game against the Jets, it was a 10-13 final score, and Barkley got 16 carries in that game. In their game against Washington, they won 14-7. Barkley got 21 carries. Against the Jets, he got 36 carries. Against the Raiders, he got 16 carries. So he did go over the line against the Raiders. That was a game though they lost 6-30. He still got 16 carries. But against the Jets, 36 carries in what was a close game. Against Washington, the Giants won by 7, and Barkley got 21 carries in that game. In their game against Buffalo, that was a close game. They lost by 5. Barkley got 24 carries. Their game against Arizona, they won by 3. Barkley got 17 carries. And then they lost in a blowout to Dallas. He only had 12 carries in that game. But a lot of the games this season, especially two out of the 4 games this season where Barkley has gone under this line, have both been big-time blowouts against Dallas. Dallas beat the crap out of the Giants twice this season, and Barkley went under this rush attempts prop in both of those games. The last 2 weeks, he has gone under this rush attempts prop. Against Washington, he did have 14 carries. Against New England, he did have 12 carries. But Barkley is still playing on a large majority of the snaps. Again, the last 2 weeks, he's played 91% and 81% of the snaps. This Giants team, they don't have much of a pass offense here. Tommy DeVito, I mean, he's not the best quarterback by any means. I think the Giants' game plan, most likely on offense, is just going to be to feed Saquon Barkley. And right now, DK Sportsbook does have Barkley relatively heavily favored to go over this prop. He's minus 130 favored to go over 15.5 rush attempts. The Giants are playing at home, even though they are 6-point underdogs in this game. I think this game will be competitive enough that we will see a relatively neutral game script here for the Giants. I guess it's possible because the Giants are so bad, but I would think this is a game that's probably going to be somewhat of like a neutral game script. If anything, maybe the Giants are playing with a lead here. Even if they do get somewhat behind, I think Barkley will still be out there getting some carries. They're just going to feed him the ball just because that's what their offense runs around Saquon Barkley, and he's playing so many snaps right now. And we're not really betting on efficiency here. We're just betting on volume, and I think that's what we can pencil in for Barkley almost every single week, barring like a massive blowout. Again, the 2 out of the 4 games this season he's gone under this rush attempts prop have both been massive blowouts against Dallas. You would think in a game like this, at home against the Packers, only a 6-point spread, this is a spot where the Giants should be able to keep this game competitive enough to where Barkley gets a normal workload. And again, with how they center their offense around Barkley, with how they don't want Tommy DeVito throwing the ball a ton, I think we got a pretty good chance of getting 16 carries here for Barkley. If you want to look at some of his other props, like his rush yards, you could look at that. Obviously Barkley has the ability to break off a long run at any time. I would think if Barkley gets 16 carries, he probably gets 71 yards too, but I could definitely see a scenario where maybe he doesn't. I like both these props though, honestly, the more than 70.5 rush yards and more than 15.5 carries. Juice is favoring the over on the rush attempts, so I think the rush attempts prop is what I prefer. But if you want to go to the rush yards for Barkley here as well, I'm fine with that too. I would think if Barkley gets 16 carries, he probably gets 71 rush yards, but it's really just kind of pick your poison. I prefer the rush attempts, though. I think there's a little bit more value there on that prop. And these are the two props, guys, that I do like for Monday Night Football tonight for a doubleheader. Dolphins and Titans, and then we got Packers and Giants. Not the most exciting games this Monday night, but I still wanted to come on and give you guys a couple props that I like. I wanted to give you guys a play that I liked from each game. So if you guys are going to tell me on these two plays, hopefully we can hit both these plays and make some money tonight. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos and supporting the content here on YouTube. Hit that like button down below, guys, if you did enjoy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And again, if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up for Prizepicks linked down below in the description. Or just when you sign up, make sure to use promo code NOAH and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on this Monday Night Football slate. Hopefully we get some good games tonight. Excited to watch these games. And, as always, guys, appreciate you watching. We will see you in the next video. Peace.